Praise the Lord, everyone. Thank you for tuning in with Dr. Lesia the Preacha. I think I left my speaker on. Hold on, because the video won't act right if the speaker is on. Hold on. Okay, all right, I'm back. Okay, so now if the speaker's off, now this should act right. Okay, so today's video is about, it's, a twin flame video, but it's about the separation process. The separation process. This light is so bright. Okay, here we go. The separation process. I did a video a few months ago on the twin flame journey in general, the twin flame journey. And at some point in the video, I mentioned toward the end that, there may be problems, that kind of thing on the journey. Well, this video is going to talk about, like the problems. Okay? So go ahead, click like and subscribe and the notification bell. And let's go ahead and get started, okay? All right, so we have the Four of Wands. So I'm going to start off the twin flame separation journey or process kind of thing with the Four of Wands. With the Four of Wands, you have the divine feminine, divine masculine. They're lovers. They've been together for a little while, a year or less. Or, they've come together, they're living together, they're married, something. They're in a committed union. Four of Wands. Two people coming together, they're bringing two nations together. Two nations are coming together to create one bigger one. His family, her family, coming together to create a larger family. Four of Wands. Twin flames, divine union, happy couple. Things aren't perfect, but they're together. They got through all the obstacles that people go through to get together. And now they're there. They're there. Working on generational wealth. All right. Perfect. I'm not going to say everybody is shooting for this. Everybody don't want this. But a lot of people do. A lot of people want to be married and have a family. To create some type of legacy and generational wealth, both in the kingdom of heaven and on earth. Many people do want this. Many do. Not everybody, but many do. But as with life, things happen. Five of Swords energy happens. People get sick. People lose jobs. People cheat on each other. People just up and leave for no real reason. All kind of things happen. Five of Swords happens. And this is when separation is considered very heavily. People separate, get divorced, during this Five of Swords time. And the reason why people break up during this time, because their heart is broken. And a broken heart is nothing to play with. I know we live in a world where people break each other's hearts and it's considered no big deal and they just brush it off. We live in a world where people don't even claim to love each other no more. It's like it's unpopular and not cool to even love somebody. It's all about just, quick sex. Quick sex. And keep it moving. So when you talk about things like divine unions and marriage and things like that, people be like, whew, whew, I don't want to get my heart broke. Because when the trickery come on thick, when that trickery hit and your heart get broke, when you're giving it your all, when you're giving a relationship your all 100%, and then somebody does something to break your heart, it can leave you so confused and kind of stuck. Because if you've been married, let's say a year or two, and you done bought this house, a $500,000 home, and then somebody cheat on you, or, take all your money out the bank account and buy a car without permission, just crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? It leaves you in a position where it's not easy to just get up and go. When you have all your money and assets tied up in a relationship, in a home, in, a relationship, a marriage, justly so, rightly so, and then your heart is broke, it's going to change your mind. But yet, you may have made some commitments that's not easy to get out of. You feel stuck. You feel stuck. Now, granted, not all problems and conflicts leads to breakups. No. People can forgive each other, work through it, and keep it moving. But most people stay in their little devil energy. Whoever they're cheating with, that relationship usually needs to run its course. Whoever you in love with, then attach themselves to somebody else, something else. And it usually has to run its course. Most relationships last for a while. Even toxic ones. The ones that's interfering with yours. You know what I'm saying? And so, it makes you feel all Six of Pentacles, all cheated on and breadcrumbed. And you're not getting out the deal what you were hoping to get out the deal. What y'all agreed to get out the deal. Leaving you all hung up. Can't move forward, can't stay. You can't stay based on what happened. And you can't move forward because you stuck financially, perhaps. You got kids, You know what I'm saying? So now, you need some kind of justice. You can't live in that level, on that level, or within that level of unhappiness. But for so long, you can only live that way for so long. And you need justice, relief, some kind of relief, some help. But, we tend to try to work our magic, work things out, do it ourselves. We try to talk and come up with a little plan or something. But usually the other person that's cheating can't let go. They're going to still be juggling. Even though you're trying to work it out, they're still going to be juggling. you know, until they make up their mind, until they recommit to you, you know, you're just going to be kind of left out in the cold. Either you or the other person. Somebody's going to be left out in the cold. Someone's going to get the shorter end of the stick. And if you watch my forgiveness process video, you will see that once you and your partner cannot figure it out, you can't, you know, get along, you can't agree, then you need to bring in some type of spiritual guidance. If you have a pastor, maybe a set of parents that are wise, talk to somebody. Get some wise counsel. But usually when you bring in a third party to kind of help you out and sort through, you know, like your pastor or a church leader or a respected family member or something like that, you know, it's going to make you have to reflect and go back over what happened. And sometimes it'll trigger childhood trauma, you know. Like with me, I had dealt with my childhood trauma pretty good, to the point where, you know, even though I was a teenager and early 20s and stuff, young, you know, I let my partners know that, hey, you know, I had some stuff happen in my childhood that could affect our relationship. You know, so that's up to them if they want to go forward. You know what I'm saying? So again, you know, when you start bringing in religious leaders and things like that, it's going to open up spirituality. And spirituality, the divine, is going to take you back. Spirituality, you know, and sometimes your family and friends don't deal with this phase very well. They don't want to be reminded of the trauma, of what you went through with them years ago. People say that was in the past. Let it go. Let it go. It ain't got nothing to do with today. Well, obviously you do if I'm talking about it. Obviously you do if I'm in the hospital or something, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's the thing about relationships. It can open up past trauma. And so family and friends need to be prepared for that. But most of us are not. And so again, when you open up the past and you start trying to understand why I did what I did, or why they did what they did, or why did I act the way that I act, or why did I let them get away with this, and you know, it brings a tower. A lot of instability. You know, again, breakups, divorces, fights, physical fights. People murder each other, people commit suicide, all kind of stuff. A broken heart, like I said earlier, a broken heart is nothing to play with. And we play around with breaking each other's hearts and act like it's no big deal, ghosting each other, gaslighting, and all this kind of stuff. It's normal. Normal. People just running in on each other's lives like it's nothing. Absolutely nothing. So usually when your relationships end, it creates some type of tower moment where you have to deal with almost all the hurts of your life at once kind of thing. Again, your world changes. Your world is about to change. I mean, you just sat here and made all these promises, and now all these promises are broken. We just bought a house, now we got to sell it. We just had a baby, now I got to raise this baby by myself. You know, stuff like that. That's serious. You know, stuff that keep you up at night worrying. All stressed and depressed. suicidal, want to kill people, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Very toxic. You know, you realize on the journey at this point that the relationship is dead. What y'all once had was dead. Nothing's going to be the same again. How do I go from here? What do I do? You know, all that death. Thank God that the high priestess energy is here to kind of help balance us out. The high priestess energy is here. You know, because when you go to the Lord, when you go to the Spirit, to the divine for help, for answers, you know, He's going to heal you. He's going to respond. You will experience a new birth, a rebirth. You know, the Knight of Swords energy, God will respond. He will rush in. And a lot of times, just like in my forgiveness video, you know, if things are not resolved between the two of you, your own magic, and then if you can't resolve things at church, then you have to go to the court system. Sometimes you have to get PPOs, restraining orders, get divorced, move out. You know, sometimes you have to just get the law involved to help you iron out the details. Because you can get so tangled up, as you should, in serious divine marriages and relationships. You should be serious. You should be very involved. But when things dissolve, then sometimes we need legal help to get out of it, to iron through, like I said, the details. Who gonna live where? Who gonna get what money? You know, whatever. Who gonna get what cars? You know, iron through the details. And then, you know, of course, during discovery, you know, when you iron through the details, things come up. What's been lied about, what's been hidden, you know. Oh my God, y'all had a baby while you had a baby while you was cheating on me? You know what I'm saying? You got an STD? What? You know, stuff like that. You know, you deserve honest communication, finally. Finally. Some honest communication can come out of this. Some people call it closure. You can get some closure. Well, in some cases you don't. Either way, whether you get closure or not, whether you get some clear, honest answers or not as to what happened and why and all that or not, the Holy Spirit will help you lay those burdens down. Ten of Wands energy, Spirit will help you lay those burdens down. It's just time. There comes a point when it's time to separate and lay those burdens down. All the deception, lying, cheating, all of that, just lay it down. You know, judgment time. It's time for this stuff to end, the whole cycle to end, so that something new can come out of this. Justice. Go ahead and settle up. Settle up. Knight of Pentacles. When you once had 100% of love, 100% of protection, 100% of the home, 100% of the life, now you're reduced down to 50% or less. You know, get what you can. Get what you can. Be at peace. Balance yourself out. The Temperance card. Balance yourself out. You got to get back up on your feet again. You know, take a look at what you got. Accept with the lost. Accept the loss. Reflect. Take a look at what you got. Time to heal. Time to heal. You know, recognize that you are still the star. You are still the star. This relationship, this breakup didn't end you. It doesn't make or break you. It doesn't have to. You know what I mean? You are still the emperor and empress that you've always been. The emperor, empress, divine masculine, divine femme that you've always been. And you have the strength now. At this point, you have the strength to dream again. To dream. Not only just dream, but to work on it. Make your dreams come true. Work on your dreams. The Eight of Pentacles energy. Yes. Turn your life around. Wheel of Fortune. Where the other person's cheating or whatever they did to you, you know, flipped your world around. Well, here, flip it around again. Okay? Change your world for the better. Because you can still get your Ten of Cups. Because the Ten of Cups come from within. It's not so much the external stuff as it is the internal thing that's going on. It's an internal thing going on. And you'll be able to celebrate anyway. Again, this is your journey. You are a twin flame. You are a flame. Okay? You are a good thing. You're a good thing. You're a flame, a good thing worth celebrating. You're going to get to your finish line. You know? You're going to have your finish line. Your sunny, sunshine day. You're going to be happy. Yes. Because you're a flame. Your ex was a flame, but the light went out. But your light is still shining. You're still a flame. Keep on going. They can shine in their new world. You shine in your new world. They shine in their new world. Okay? So that's it in a nutshell. The whole separation process, you know. You get together, you know, prayerfully it work out. When it don't work out, settle up, keep it pushing. Both of you move on to a better, good life. That's it. Twin flame separation journey in a nutshell. With Dr. Lesia the Preacha in only like a little over 20 minutes. Not bad at all, okay? All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and finish my dinner. Love you guys. Click like, subscribe. If you want a personal reading on whether you're a twin flame, soulmate, regular relationship, whatever, you know, hit me up at my Gmail, DrLesiaThePreacha at gmail.com. And then also, bless me on my Cash App, $, Dr. Lesia the Preacha. Thank you so much, guys, for following my channel. Oh, and I've been writing in my book, too. Writing in my book, The Eternal Deficit. It's a long title. And so I started writing. My goal is to write all the month of December. And when December's over, whatever's done, that's the book. We'll see how that goes, right? All right, guys. Love you so much. Thank you. Bye.